Greetings and welcome to CityHawk PodTalk. I'm your host, Gina Melso, and joining us today are two CCD students, Jacob and Lynae, who got to attend the Georgia State University's Center for International Business, Education, and Research, or CIBER, yearly competition. Now, these are two of the four students that represented the only community college at the entire competition, which is so crazy to think about. Our CityHawks being there and doing big things. Spoiler alert, they did really well. So let's get into it.
Okay, Gina, thank you. So number one, I'm super grateful. Thank you for having me on. My name is Jacob Gruenwald. I am finishing up my last semester here at CCD. Well, in the fall of the next year. That's the last semester.
Ooh.
I am 22 years old, and my ambitions, kind of a little bit of what you do. I like this whole digital scene, right? But I also want to pursue something with business. A little bit of, I have works for like a nonprofit things. Hopefully,
wow.
Those all come into fruition in due time. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's everything. Nothing too crazy.
That's so cool. So you went to Georgia State for the CIBER International Business Case Competition. Overall, what was it like? I know that Community College of Denver was the only community college there. So
Yeah.
tell me your experience.
So honestly, it was a great experience. So we fly in, we all meet up at the airport, we travel together. That's a whole nother thing. That was awesome in and of itself. But going to Georgia and just like being welcomed by their team, their crew, especially as us being like the Community College of Denver, this is the first time we ever went or did anything like that. They were kind of like, what are we going to expect from them, right? What is going to happen? And that knowing that in our minds kind of gave us like, okay, we're not here to like prove anything, but we obviously want to prove ourselves. Like, hey, don't just look down on community college, right? And that kind of made the experience so much better, I would call it. Because if we were just like a big name school, you'd already have a hedge on your shoulder. But we came in really just wanting to work hard and be a CityHawk, and that's exactly what we did.
I love hearing that. Go CityHawks.
Go CityHawks all the way, really, yeah.
I'm very curious as to how it was traveling with your professors.
Oh my goodness.
So that could be like traveling with your parents, or it could be like traveling with a friend, or I don't know what it's like to travel with a professor. I'm curious.
This is the first time I had ever traveled with a professor too. I thought it was a great experience. So when first Dr. Smith was there, and then afterwards Professor Chuck Roy, he was kind of like, hey, rounded us all up together as we were getting onto the plane. We traveled together. We had our first little lunch in the airport at DIA. There was a Jamba Juice, and then we all got those little acai bowls, right? That was just like beginning team experience that kind of like laid off a great foundation. And another great memory as we were traveling was after it was all said and done, me and one of my colleagues, Daniel Pippin, we were eating Popeyes, just sitting down at like the, don't even tell me where it was. We were just eating Popeyes in the Atlanta airport, just getting real, talking about life. And then we look over, you see Mr. Chuck, you see Professor Roy, just like listening in, eating Popeyes too. And it was so organic. It was so genuine. I love that.
He's a funny professor.
He is. He's probably one of like out of this, my entire college career here, he's probably been like top 2, top 3. He's awesome.
To hear that. Yes, we love to hear that. You're just like, yo, give me a good grade.
Like, bump it up, a little here and there. But
did you all know each other before going, or was it just, different classes that you guys were in and were all brought together?
So it was, I say Danny specifically because he was in my first like public speaking class, and then the next semester he was in my business communications class. And so me and Danny have always kind of been tight. Me and Asia, she had my class for macroeconomics, another one of my colleagues. That's where we know each other. And then the second one was Lynae Casebeer. I met her through the business club just now, which was really cool too. And that's how we kind of like known each other, started this relationship and our friendship too.
Okay.
Which was really awesome.
Yeah, making new friends.
Yes.
Pleasure to have you.
Hi.
Can you tell me your name, major, graduation date, aspirations?
Yeah. My name is Lynae Casebeer. I graduate spring of 26. I am a business management major. I just wanted to get some business experience. I plan to own my own business sometime. We'll see how that goes. But
You mentioned being a tattoo apprentice. Is that kind of like what you want to do with business?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah. I want to manage my own tattoo shop. Hopefully, we'll see.
I'll come
but
get
being
tattooed
an apprentice,
by you.
yeah,
That's awesome.
being an apprentice in a shop that's opening multiple shops, it's been tough. So now I'm like, maybe not.
You got
We'll
this. Jumping into the questions, can you tell me about your overall experience about going to the CIBER?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the CIBER International Business Case Competition. That is a
That
mouthful.
is indeed. That is indeed.
It was definitely an experience. It was very, I don't want to say overwhelming, but it was kind of overwhelming in a way. There was just so much happening, and it was just such a different experience, and I'm very glad I did it. But in the moment, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? Oh my god. It was overwhelming, but
I could see that,
was
yeah. Lots of people. There
Lots
was,
of
what,
people.
36 students in all that were there?
Yeah. Yeah, from all the different schools, too. It was definitely like a scene to see because we walk in and it's just like all these different schools. Oakwood, you go and see Albany State, and it's like, okay. And then
they were all universities. We were the only community college.
I know, which I love.
it really was. So it was kind of like, okay, Lynae, it's time to put in work.
Yep. Time to lock in.
That's awesome. So I know that you all weren't necessarily, you didn't know each other, from what I've been told. Didn't know each other before traveling together. So,
Us?
because there was 4 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So not everyone knew each other. So
No.
what was it like traveling with, people you may have never met, as well as your professors? How was that like for you?
It was so fun. That was like the best part of it all, because it was kind of rough for me, but just being around them and being around my professor, so fun. Like, we made very good connections. It was
Yay.
it was really fun. But no, we planned some meetings, and it was kind of awkward at first. We're just like, hey, so we're doing this thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I distinctly remember we would meet in the business office. We talk about it all first. We didn't really know each other, so it was kind of like, okay, like, let's just feel it out, see what's going on. But once we made that chemistry, oh my goodness, it was like right to the skies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Besties.
Oh, yeah.
No, seriously, because then I started showing like my true inner colors, and then it's like, oh, this guy's actually just insane.
Yep, yep.
That's so
Yep.
funny. Can you both tell me about the process of identifying, like, what does the business case challenge, or what did that involve? And I know that you had to develop a solution, and that's how the competition kind of worked. So can you tell me about that process and what exactly you did?
Yes, indeed I can. It was a lot. It was a lot. And if you want to say anything, please. But it's like we had to come up with a solution. So say that you're presented with the idea, a business in Italy and Brazil is trying to expand, but there's some measures that the government in Brazil is doing that is stopping their expansion, stopping them from getting even more revenue, right? And we, as the young business minds, were tasked to kind of figure out what is a number one logical and feasible solution to maximize profits with this business, but overall make it a lot more scalable and grow it. And that was kind of like the hardest challenge, but we got it done.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But I guess our process, we started meeting, and we made we made some like fake scenarios, and we did so much research, and we put so much time into it. But we made like fake scenarios about case competitions, and then we finally got the case competition that we were doing the whole thing on.
Yeah.
And then it was lock-in time, and we were like, okay, this is what we're doing. We did like a whole mini presentation. It was, we prepared
did.
hard.
We went hard into this. We put time and effort and dedication, and that speaks testament to hard work pays off.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to say.
I
Yes.
love that. You're so motivated. No, that's incredible that you guys got to experience that in general. And so I guess that brings me into what like specific challenges did you face during the competition, and how did you overcome them? Because challenges could be anything, just like, am I dressed appropriately? Like anything like that, or is this going south our plan? Like, how did you overcome all these barriers?
For me personally, my challenges were like my appearance and my age. I'm 19, but at the time I was 18.
Happy belated birthday.
Thanks. My birthday was the day after the competition, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, it was just that was my challenge, was fitting in and getting to know these random people that are from all over the States, and just trying to work with them. And we all had different ideas and different ways of doing it. And that was the biggest challenge, is to, okay, I don't agree with you. Can we try this? It was rough.
A bit of butting heads at times,
a bit of butting
assuming.
heads, a bit of, I don't want to say like they were judgmental of me, but in a way, I was the youngest of the bunch, so they were like, you don't know
Calm
everything.
down. Like, you're just a baby, but you're not. You're an incredible, intelligent person.
Thank you.
Adult.
What about you?
Honestly, I'm gonna hot piggyback on what you just said, Lynae, because I feel like the stigma behind the community college, they already came down looking down on us. And so I know what you mean, Lynae, because I saw your group. I was there because we were all four of us on the Community College of Denver team got split up onto different teams with everybody else. And so I could definitely see like, oh, you're the youngest from the Community College of Denver. Let's put your ideas on the back burner, which was their fatal mistake at the end of the day. And I'm not even joking. I am so incredibly serious. They should have listened to Lynae, because we had already cooked up the winning devices. We just needed to put it on a plate. But that was probably one of the biggest things. Just like, hey, they don't want to listen to us. They don't think we're as, so like whatever.
So if you were like 18 from a different college, like a university, you think it would have been different in any way?
No. I think it was just that I was 18 and
Yeah.
I was different from all of them.
Because it was mostly like HBCUs, a lot of mostly African-American black people. And I could definitely see how that would have been like, whoa, I don't really know. But again, it was a fatal flaw, Gina. It was a shame, really. It really is.
A real shame. So I wrote a piece about all four of you that attended the competition, and I heard that Dr. Smith mentioned that the competition was kind of like a David and Goliath situation.
For sure.
How did your team navigate being perceived as the underdogs? And I think you kind of touched on this part. How did it influence your performance? Because it seems like it elevated it.
Well, that's a lot, because there was so much. So, me and Asia, the other girl on our team, we were like buddied in our hotel room, and we were kind of going through it. We had done the get together, like meet everybody, and me and her were in the same boat. I'm sure I can speak for her, but she was like, I just feel like so behind, and I am not up to these people. And David and Goliath is the best way to say it, because we were like the little community college that came from Denver, and everybody else was universities.
Yeah.
And she was like, we were just going through it, not knowing how to like talk to these people and feeling lesser than them.
Which you should never, because
no,
clearly you
we
blew
got
them
over
out of
it.
the water.
We got over it. Yeah, me and her like had a sit down conversation. Like, I remember getting home from making our presentations. We were like, dude, that was so hard, but we're doing the thing. Like, we're the only community college there. This should be such a boost of confidence for us instead of a not.
Out of the hundreds of community colleges in the United States.
So just like sitting down and talking about it with her, we were like, okay, it's okay. Like, this is cool. This is really cool. Who else gets to do this?
We do this like all the time.
Yeah, and out of
Prep for
everybody
it.
in this huge campus of community colleges, we were chosen. We had a whole heart-to-heart. I made very good connection with Asia.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad that we did it like us four. I wouldn't have chosen another group of people to do it with, honestly, because yeah, they did look down on us. Like we were the small fish in this huge big pond, but we were the determined fish. We had this idea going in, like, okay, everybody else is a university. And not even like, oh, the university's perfect, but when it's coming from like the community college, as I was talking about earlier, they were just looking down on us. They were
Was
in
it just a feeling, like a gut feeling?
even like a gut feeling, but then how it was perceived as we're talking to people, especially on that little meet and greet
Interesting.
lunch. We first got there, we're telling, so where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from the Community College of Denver. Oh, well, that's nice.
Just
You
like
kinda
the
just
body
stopped there.
language and like everything that, yeah, it was just, oh, a community college? Wow. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it's like, oh, okay, we can read the room.
And now,
Yeah.
now it's all changed to, wow, a community college.
We had to go in there, and I don't want to say it essentially, but like, we had to prove our worthiness. Like, you can't just, we don't have to prove it, but you can't just come in here with these notions that we're going to be less than you, and it's just not, it's not right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no one should
I
look
agree.
down upon any of the schools,
Mm-mm.
you know?
At all.
Whether, oh gosh, who all was there? There were some big
There was a
names.
lot.
There was a
There
lot.
Georgia State.
Yes.
There was Sacramento.
Yes,
State.
California State University.
California State.
Ooh, that's what I was a
Ooh,
little bit like,
buddy.
California, whoa!
We saw them in our hotel and we were like,
Literally.
Here.
No, because like, I'm like, hey, where are you guys from? Oh, we're from California.
we were like, oh god.
All right.
One of the girls in my group, she was from Ghana, but she was
Wow.
Oakland.
Oh, yes, Oakwood
Oakwood
University.
Oakwood University. Mhm.
Interesting.
Alabama University.
Yes. There was
lot.
there was a lot of other universities. I forgot. Howard was there too. Even
Oh,
like
yeah.
a lot of HBCUs that I had no idea about. They were there. It was a really cool environment to say the least, but it was definitely she
Definitely
hit the
learned a
nail
lot,
on the head.
but, yeah.
Yeah, we learned so much. David and the Goliath.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you guys. It just seems like such a good experience, and meeting, you know, you're opening up opportunities for yourselves by going, in case,
yeah.
you know, you wanted to continue with your 4-year education. So I feel like that
Yeah.
definitely opened doors, put you all on the map, put Community College of Denver on the map.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All thanks to the 4 of you.
That's so cool.
Okay, so how do you believe your participation in this competition will benefit your future academically and your professional endeavors? What skills or lessons did you learn?
Skills and lessons that I learned, because that was the last part of your question, I remember. We learned teamwork just like that. So you have to be able to work with people who, number one, don't have your same ideas, don't really want to listen to your same ideas, and they already, like, you have to be able to work together with people that you have no idea of, maybe meet like 2-3 hours before, and make something that is cohesive, and it'll all work together. So that was huge. In my professional career, I think this, it holds so much weight, just value. Like, who gets to go to like a cyber event in GSU like all the time, right?
And then win?
Oh my goodness.
You forgot that part.
Well, we like to have humility a little bit here, but we did. We cleaned up house out there, which is awesome.
Yeah, I can second that. I learned a lot of personal things. Like, I had like such like a change in my mindset over the course of 2 days. It was a lot. It was very overwhelming, but I learned a lot personally. A lot about teamwork.
Can you expand, like, because you had mentioned, you know, fitting in and stuff. So did you learn, like, other than teamwork, more personalized or personal things for yourself?
In a way, yeah. You know, my age was a big part of it. I will keep saying that. But I actually talked to my mom about this when I got back, because I was like, they kept calling me the baby of the group, and I just felt so bad because I was, and like, why should my age determine how good I am? Like, and I remember her saying, you are all there for the same reason, so it's such a flex to me that I'm the youngest one there, when they were like in their 20s, And yeah,
That's
so I was like, right, preach. Like, I'm the youngest one here, and we're all doing the same thing. We're all here for the same reason.
Called them out on being old.
I kind of did. One time, the guy in my group called me a kid. I was like, hey, we're all here for the same reason. I said what my mom said because I was texting her. Yeah.
I
So,
love that.
a lot of personal growth with that one, but a lot of academic growth too. Now I know how to do a case competition.
Mm-hmm. And I just like we were just like friends at the end of it. We came in not really knowing. We were just like, we became friends. We hang out, like, yeah. And so you take away things that aren't really measurable.
I like the way you put that aren't measurable.
Yeah.
Huh. Looking back, is there anything different you would have done to prepare for the competition itself? Or do you think you did all that you could?
Honestly, I think that the way that we did it, we prepared far more than any of the other people, even in our group. So, like, some people were just pulling it out. I'm not going to talk bad about anything, but we were far more prepared. And that's, like, half the game, being prepared, and also, that's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah.
We were prepared.
I second that. Because, some people were like, oh, I haven't read it yet, but we'll figure it out. While we, like, did a whole, like, mini presentation and, like, met for, like, how long did we meet for? But we met every Tuesday and Thursday for, like, weeks.
On
Really?
a minimum 6 hours. Minimum.
That's like a work day.
Yeah.
That's like a true work day.
Yeah. I would say personally, I was freaking out about it. Because I'm a really big overthinker, and I really, I just freak myself out, and I get psyched out. So I kind of psyched myself out a little bit, because I was like, I don't know what to expect. There's going to be random people. I got overwhelmed. That's definitely something...
Fair enough.
Personally, I still have to work on, but even then, I
feel you.
I would not get so overwhelmed, and I would not overthink it so bad. Because it was fine. Like, I lived. I didn't die. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you clarify what place everyone came in?
Yes. So my team, we came in 3rd place. Asia, who Lynae was talking about, they came in 2nd place. And then Danny, he was my roommate, he came in 1st place. His team all came in 1st place. And so that was really, really cool. I'm not going to, now that it's all said and done, I am going to say this. I thought we were going to come in 1st place, Danny, but hey, it happens, very proud. Very happy.
Throwing shade at Danny.
Danny's a cool guy, though. We love Danny.
We love Danny.
And then clearly your team made the mistake of not listening to you because unfortunately you didn't place.
No, right? I did not place. But I got really discouraged seeing everybody else from my school place, and I was like, dang, I tried really hard, but it wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
and
it's collective.
They all reassured me, and having okay, I didn't place, it's over with, we're done. It wasn't my fault. Okay, it's better now.
I think it would be a lot more difficult on yourself if it was just a one-man show. Mm-hmm. I think that would have really upset me personally if I was the only one out of 4 that didn't place. If it was, just a loner game. But again, team effort, and if your team can't, get it together, you can't do anything about it. Mm-hmm. You can lead, but that doesn't mean you're gonna place. So kudos to all your hard work.
But at the end of the day, it was so fun seeing you guys celebrate, and everybody else. It was good.
And it was Lynae's birthday, so we went to the Coca-Cola factory.
We went to the Coca-Cola factory afterwards.
A great day.
Yeah, it was. After it was all said and done, and we had our little moments, it was okay, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a Coca-Cola factory near Georgia State.
It's where were we? It was that big.
It was a complex.
Yes.
It was there was the Coca-Cola factory. There was an aquarium and another thing.
Right, all in the same area.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a weird.
So anyone gonna transfer to Georgia State?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That sounds super fun. Mm-hmm. Finally, what message or advice would you give to other students considering participating in similar international business case competitions? That is such a mouthful. I cannot get over it in the future. So anyone that's looking to go to, honestly, any competition that involves other big schools, what
Yeah.
advice would you give them?
I would definitely say just go for it. You gotta go
Full
for
send.
it. Full send. No, just do it. Like in the words of Shia LaBeouf, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. You know what it is. Just do it. Because you don't know what you can or you can't do. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And if you don't take those shots,
They're gone.
they're gone.
Was that a Kobe? Was that a Kobe?
A Kobe quote?
quote?
I don't know. Somebody said it and I took it off Instagram. But you just gotta go for it. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf.
I would say,
I was not expecting you to pull out that one.
yeah, there's a lot you don't expect from him.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
heavens. Anyways, I have a lot.
A lot of advice.
Yeah.
Please do tell.
Again, don't get so overwhelmed. Don't get in your head. Again, me and Asia, when we had our little heart-to-heart, we were just in our heads so bad. We were like, we were just freaking out about it. Just don't. Like,
It's a big deal, but it's not a big deal at the
It's-
same time.
yeah. Also, when we were making our presentations with our groups, the girl from Uganda, she had a really thick accent, and she was getting. Also, it was like midnight when we were still doing this, so everybody was like, okay, over it. But she started getting really overwhelmed, and she started getting in her head really hard, and I really needed to take my own advice. But I went over and I hugged her. I was like, hey, at the end of the day, this is not going to kill you. We're going to be okay. Even if we don't place, we did it. Like, it's cool. Just get out of your head. It is okay.
Please don't leave. Let's just get through this.
Yeah. But, like, I would give that advice to anyone who's looking to do it. Like, it's
Absolutely.
not going to kill you. It's an experience, and it definitely was that. Even if I didn't place anything, it was definitely an experience. And I met some cool people. I made some cool friends.
Maybe some forever friends.
Forever friends.
But yeah, regardless of like the whole competition itself, we had a great time. We
Yeah.
like went out for dinner every night. It was so nice.
Was that
That seafood place.
on the? Was that on the school?
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it was.
We love that. We love free food.
We love free food. We
I
had,
don't
like,
think I spent a cent there. So
not a dime. It was like we had like, okay, you have this amount of money to go over. We were eating like these delicious like
when we
southern-
got to the airport, we got Jamba Juice and we all like munched out some fruit bowls. It
You
was-
were
I
saying
thought,
that, yeah.
yeah.
The-
And that was
the-
the first bonding experience.
Oh yeah.
It was in the airport. I love that.
I totally forgot that you all received scholarships, right? That's pending.
Money
wanna-
that they're supposed to give us?
Take the mic and talk about that.
Yes.
Because the article that I wrote, it said that you did win scholarships, correct?
We did.
As well as cash.
Yes.
Right?
So like the scholarships at GSU, because we placed, those are all like as maybe pending if we wanted to like take it over to the 4-year. What we do and what we're talking about is the what is it? Money, the stipend, not stipend, but like the cash bonus that we won at the end. It's net 90 for all you business people out there. We're not getting paid for the
don't know
next
what
3
that
months.
means.
Oh.
I have no idea what that means.
It means like they'll pay us 90 days afterwards, net 90. I learned that from Dr. Richard Strezzo, one of the best teachers I've ever had here at Community College of Denver. But I had to put that in there because I know there was a debate on him. I won $250. Asia won $350, and then Daniel took home the big boy of the $500.
Big boy.
The big boy.
And was that divided amongst the teams or each individual? Oh,
Each
wow.
person.
That's
And so
cool.
every 4-person got like either the 250, the 350, or the 500.
And then the scholarship, I'm
I
still
didn't
just
get
like,
anything.
Well,
that's
okay.
okay. You got experience and
experience.
friends out of this.
Okay, about the scholarship, I don't know much about that either, but I know that the director spoke to us. I don't know if this is like on a hearsay basis, so I wouldn't take this for any like legality purposes. Yeah, maybe she said like, hey, if you guys ever were interested in coming to like Georgia State University, you would have scholarship opportunities here. And yeah, that was kind of That was really cool.
That is really cool because school's expensive.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of everyone involved for all of this. And shout out to Chuck Roy for being
Chuck
an
Roy.
amazing
Honestly.
chaperone, if you will, and professor.
He was the best
He was
chaperone.
the best chaperone because
Traffic and people in Atlanta are so mean.
they're terrible. It's awful.
They're so mean.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
Just like, okay, traffic was bad, road rage was bad, and the whole time Chuck was like, "Oh, he gave me the finger. He's telling me I'm the best."
Like we were, I
Exactly.
distinctly remember we were driving as we're going back to the airport, right? This one guy cuts him off, has the audacity to flip him off. He's like, "Man, I was going here." I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing? This is obscene."
But no, Chuck was like, "Look, he's just telling me I'm the best. He just wants to go first. It's okay."
So nonchalant.
He was so calm while we all were in the back, like, "Oh my god."
Like,
Okay.
He was just preparing you for the competition itself.
Literally.
Oh my goodness.
But love Chuck Roy, love Dr. Smith,
Mm-hmm.
love them so much.
Shout out to both of you, both of them.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Love you.
So shout out.
How did the Gen Zs do the heart snow?
Oh my goodness, you see?
I don't. It's
No,
this
They
way.
do it, they're
It's
like,
this way.
wait, what? They do it this way now?
Yes.
I'm an
Is it
old
your
guy.
middle finger?
I like
What
this. Gen Z, they're
Yo.
getting so hip these days, those young
What?
cats.
You are Gen Z.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at this. You'll know my age from this.
Oh my god, honestly.
You'll know my age from there. I already said.
We're TikTokers? Oh, heavens.
Well, it was a pleasure to
It
have
was a
both of
pleasure.
Oh
you.
my
Thank you so
goodness.
much.
Thank you so much, Gina, for your hard
No,
work and
thank you
dedication.
for representing CCD so well, and I look forward to checking in on you all in the future and see what paths you take.
Yeah, thank you.
See, I believe it was Chuck who was like, "Well, are you gonna do it next year?" We'll see.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
Mhm.
Maybe not.
I guess that means another podcast episode.
Another podcast. Because you already have the sauce.
I already had the sauce.
You have the sauce.
Yep.
She has the sauce.
Awesome.
Ben had the sauce.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now you have seen real success stories. I am so proud of you all. Thank you to the CCD professors, and yeah, I hope I hope that you enter the competition again because you'll be gone,
I will be.
and then
The torch is
you're
being
left.
passed.
Yeah,
Ooh.
take that first place from Danny.
You can.
Oh
That
my
means,
God.
yeah, that was the first time
Yeah.
you ever did it. So now
Lesson
Yeah.
learned.
you're the
see.
showstopper.
All right, awesome guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.